Hello, back at it again. This is my third time trying to make this video, y'all. Actually, I've tried to make other videos in the past and I couldn't upload them, and it's because of my ignorance. I'm used to using the timestamp app for videos and pictures, where it has like the location and stuff on the bottom. But the phone, the phone basically stopped allowing me to use that app. I guess it's putting in the wrong format. I think it has something to do with the timestamp on the bottom. But it is okay. Let's see. I've had some ups and downs. Let's see. Let's talk about them a little bit. I guess first off, I got deactivated for Walmart Spark, and I got put on Shipt. I got deactivated on Walmart Spark. It was crazy. I thought it had to be like some sort of error because it gave me a brief summary where I guess customers were not getting all their items, which was strange. I put in a quick appeal. I said, look at my stats and my history. I deliver I deliver whatever is loaded in my car. But usually the process takes 3 to 5 business days usually. They got back with them in 3 hours and kept the deactivation on there, which I thought was interesting. So I don't know what happened there, but I'm deactivated on Spark. Only thing I could think of is there's certain Walmarts, sometimes they come out like 3 or 4 deep, and with their friends talking, cutting it up, and they load the car. And there's been a couple times where I caught them mixing the orders. I'm like, hey, hold on, isn't Smith supposed to be up here and Jones supposed to be back here? And they're like, uh-oh, and then they switch it up. Maybe I didn't catch it enough, I don't know. But when everything's all said and done, I can't work on Spark. But I do work on Shipt now. I'm starting to work on my stats there, which is basically another shopping delivery app for like Target mostly. They do HEB as well. I did a Lowe's one earlier today. So there are different stores that use their app. It's a little bit different. It's a bit different than Spark though. They show you the base pay, but the customers tip after if they choose to tip, which is interesting. Sometimes people tip, sometimes they don't. When they do tip, they usually tip pretty well. I mean, you have some people that tip like $2 or $3, but I mean, I've gotten like $27 tips for delivering and whatnot. You can schedule yourself if you want to, or just go on. You get the orders. They'll have them out there floating. They'll send some to you. From my understanding, it's kind of like. By the way, I am driving as I'm recording this, as you can see, as usual. But as I was saying, I think there's like a tier system, kind of like the Poplin app, where in the beginning, since you're not tiered and you're a nobody, people see the good orders that are rated higher before I would. And so right now I'm just trying to work on my stats a little bit. My stats don't look so great because I got 2 1-stars and I delivered a couple of them late. I did a lot of them on Black Friday, so the traffic was kind of jammed up. Sometimes I didn't deliver stuff on time. There is no stat for acceptance rate, which I thought was interesting. They look more at reliability. In other words, how often you drop orders, which I'm at 100%. I don't drop orders. They look at customer rating, on time. Let's see, on time, and there's another one I can't think of. I have to take a look at it again. Like I said, I'm kind of new at it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So doing Shipt. I do miss doing Walmart Spark. It's not really hurting my pocketbook too much, but I did enjoy doing it. I think someone gave me the number to the arbitration. If I ever wanted to go to arbitration, actually get on a phone call with them and get back on. tempered glass, and I thought it'd be okay. I was wrong. That was an expensive mistake, so live and learn. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on. I'm on my way to pick up my daughter from school. It's been kind of cold out here in Texas. It's cold in the morning. It's not that cold in the afternoon, but my wife did put her on, she usually walks home, but she put her as a rider this week. It is what it is. My daughter started Mathnasium. I don't know if I talked about that. It's Mathnasium is over there by Jersey Mike's on West Adams by Walmart. It's basically they tutor people in math. My daughter is not behind in math. She's actually ahead in math. But I don't know if I talked about this in my other video, but I was a little frustrated that she's in second grade. We're on a third grade reading level, third grade math level. And she wants to, they know she can learn division, but they told me straight out at a parent-teacher conference that they won't teach her division because outside the curriculum, and they would get in trouble, but they won't advance her to third grade. I expressed that I was polite about it. I told them I was trying not to be rude, but I was a little upset. I was like, you understand that in school, it's usually the kids are trying to keep up with the school. Now you're telling me the schools can't keep up with my daughter, but you won't you won't advance her. I mean, she's already in the gifted classes and all that. But instead of getting upset, getting upset was not going to give me what I wanted. I kind of hit a wall there. So me and the wife decided to take it in our own hands and put her in this class. So put her in Mathnasium so she can continue being more advanced. It's not cheap. It's usually $350 a kid a month. With the military, it gets down. I got it at $325. So another expense I didn't really want to. I didn't want to increase my bills, of course, but we figured out a way of doing it. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll go out, do the dinner rush. All I want to do is make $30, come back home. $90 a week, $180 every 2 weeks. I got them to split the $325 bi-weekly. So that works out. Also, what was I about to say? Give me just a moment. Yeah, my daughter was on board with it. I told her, we need to do this so you can go. She really enjoys it. It's the 1 hour classes twice a week. She can go right after school from 3:30 to 4:30. She really enjoys it. I like the environment there. I was listening to the other kids, and they're really good with the kids, getting information to them. They don't talk over them. They also get them to show. There's a reward system there where it's like almost like a money system where they save up points and stuff like that. They can get stuff out of this glass case. They have some of it's educational, some of it isn't. So, but also teaching them how to kind of budget, like money, essentially, which I like that a lot. I don't think they teach that enough in school, how to budget your money, value money. But yeah, she's going to that. She really enjoys it. She's still doing her baseball. She's in 8U. She's on a traveling team and a regular team. The tumble and gymnastics, she wanted to put that on hold to focus on tumble, but she said she wants to start it back in the summer. I had mixed feelings about that, but yeah, we let that slide. I don't feel like it was a giving up deal because we're still educating her mind, but I would really like to see her back in gymnastics and tumble, but it was just a lot for her during the week. School, she's doing the math thing, she's doing doing tumble and or gymnastics, and then trying to do practices. She has games on the weekend, sometimes games during the week. It's just a lot. She still has to eat, she still has to sleep. She still wants to be a kid and hang out with her friends, neighborhood kids and things like that, her cousins. So, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me. I've been doing DoorDash and Uber Eats, a couple of roadies here and there. Basically, my tactic with Shipt is I do, I schedule myself, and if I can get orders, I'll do DoorDash and Uber Eats orders, and if I can get a Shipt order in, I'll do that. like I said, it's a bit different. They'll put it out there and they'll say the estimated drop-off time could be, let's say it's between 12 and 1 o'clock, but you might get the order at like 9:45. So they give you time to shop it in a pretty good window to actually drop off the order. So you can actually take a couple of orders if you can budget your time like that. That's how I kind of got in trouble with the late orders too. I thought I could do a couple of them. You know, if you get a hiccup, I was making, instead of making one order late, I was making 2 orders late. So I kind of learned an experience. I try to run before I could walk. So I'm doing 1 order at a time at this point. I want to get my stats up, get a higher tier. Maybe I can see some higher orders, and kind of go from there. But yeah, that's kind of what I got going on in my life. I'm not gonna badmouth Spark. If you can get on, I would say get on. It's a good source of money, money in pretty decent chunks. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I might call arbitration, try to schedule a time to talk with them, see if I can get back on. But at the same time, you know, Shipt Walmart Spark wasn't my only source of income, so I figured I'd try something else in the meantime. So I'm doing that. But like I said, I downloaded another app so I can record these videos. Hopefully after this recording, later on today, I'll put this video up. I want to let you know that I'm out here. I've been working. I just didn't have the right software to make videos, and I'm hoping this one works. My daughter was asking me the other day, have you been making videos? And I was like, no, it's been a few weeks, and you know, I don't want to teach her to be a quitter, because you know, she likes making YouTube videos on her own channel. So I mean, even when they're like silly or whatever, but you know, I'm trying to encourage her to grow, and I don't want to be the symbol of her not. So okay, so kind of a short one today. I'm in the line. I'm in the line to go pick her up. So I will catch you all in the next one. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and I'm sure I'll make another video before Christmas. But if I don't, have a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or whatever you celebrate. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care. Bye.